morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday. I just wanted to hop on. I'm in traffic again, of course. I just wanted to hop on and say, maybe give someone a little tidbit if you've been frustrated lately. Let me tell you. Probably a week or so ago, I had a conversation with my aunt. And during this conversation, I was running through a particular part of my single teen mom story. And during the conversation, my aunt said, "You are not going to make me cry." And I thought when she made that comment, because I couldn't tell that she was about to cry. Obviously, this was the stuff that I was telling her was some things that happened when I was, I don't know, 19, 20 years old. And I just didn't think, first of all, I didn't consider that she didn't know. And then I also didn't think about how my story or this conversation would impact her or affect her. So when she made the comment, it kind of threw me off, but I finished with the conversation and we got through it. It was fine. However, a couple of days after that, I was thinking about that conversation and how we can become so numb to the things that we've dealt with in life, and so numb to the point where we can just kind of say things pretty kind of flippantly and not even realize that it can kind of take some other people back a little bit, right? So while I was having that thought, just kind of running through that conversation I'd had with my aunt, I had a thought of a manager that I had before that. Now, this manager wasn't a part of the teenage single mom story. He was a part of a story before that story. So he was probably in my life, or this manager, we worked together or I worked for him probably when I was 15 or 16 years old. He was a part of a different story in my life. I'm thinking about something else going on in my life and kind of rehashing some stuff in my mind while I'm brushing my teeth or something like that. And this man pops up in my head, just comes to mind. I don't think about him anymore. I throw him out. Don't even know why he showed up in my thoughts. Well, last night, we go and grab something to eat from a fast food restaurant. And who hands me the food out of the window but this manager? Now, this manager represents a part of my life where I felt like he was prejudiced, not black-white prejudice, but light-skin, dark-skin prejudice. I would have to work late on school nights to the point where I would miss the last bus going home, and I would have to walk. And I don't know, all of my friends that either live in Decatur or that went to school with me or will know the distance of this. I would have to walk from South DeKalb Mall to Candler Road in McAfee, where I used to live, or where I grew up. Home after missing the last number 15 bus at 12 o'clock at night, and I'd have school the next day. And it didn't bother him one bit that I had to, that was what I had to resort to at 15, 16 years old. But that was him. That's the manager that he was. And he also fired me. He ended up firing me because I didn't come to work after a domestic violence situation. Point blank fired me. Didn't want to hear why, what happened, or anything. No proof of my story, nothing. Fired me. Now, I ran through those things with my daughter as soon as we pulled away from the drive-through window last night. And by the time I got home, I realized how mad I was at this man. Now, this was 30 plus years ago. This wasn't yesterday. This was 30 years ago when this happened. thought about that man in forever. Like, he's a part of a story, a part of my story, not a part that I'm interested in rehashing, and not even a part of my story that I even felt like needed to be healed. But he's a part of a story. By the time I went to bed last night, I was in prayer for him. I was forgiving him. When I tell you that this man never knows who I am, this is the second time I've seen him. I saw him in my 20s, and he was working at a different fast food restaurant at that time. And I was in corporate at that time too. And every time I see him, I know him. I don't know his name. I don't remember his name. But I know him. And every time I see him, he doesn't know who I am. Now, in this season in my life, I'm trying to move ahead. And in moving ahead, that means a lot of different things to me. But the biggest thing it means to me right now is letting a lot of things go. I'm letting things go that if it's not an alignment, person, place, or thing, I don't want it in my life. I don't want idle conversation. I don't want debt. I don't want, name it. It doesn't matter what it is. I don't want it. But I'm in school part-time and I'm working full-time. And when I tell you that things are happening, like I've been promoted, school is going well. I've managed to keep an A GPA, and things are really happening. But I don't know if you know, but it's kind of like those things are really great, but then there's some other things that I feel like I can't get to because something's holding me back. And I don't know what that thing has been, but I've been praying about it because I don't want it in my life. Whatever it is holding me back from whatever the next level is that I feel I should be going to, I don't want it in my life. So I was talking to actually another friend of mine that goes to school. She actually goes to school full time. And she was actually saying that she feels like she's running through molasses. And that's exactly what it feels like. Like I said, I haven't thought about this man in forever. I didn't even know that I was still mad about him or still upset about this portion. Still upset about the part of my story that he represents. But I absolutely forgive him. Before I went to sleep last night, or I went to sleep last night praying for him. I don't want anything that I feel towards him or that I felt towards him to hinder him in any way. And I don't want those feelings to hinder me in any way. Whatever God has for me, whatever that next level is for me, I want that next level. I don't want to keep struggling. I don't want to feel stressed. I don't want to feel like I'm being held behind, or I'm getting further behind because of something that I don't know. So I'm very thankful that I saw that man. Anyone that knows me knows that there's a couple things that I'm passionate about. Number one, women. I'm all about women issues. I'm all about supporting domestic violence issues. I'm very much so about single moms. And I'm also very much about helping women new to or frustrated with corporate America. Those are my pressure points. Those are my pain points. That's what I feel like I'm called to do here. But I haven't felt like I've been able to really move in those areas and do what I want to do because of something. And I didn't know what that something was. Absolutely. Some of that something is me. All of that something is me. But then I feel like there have been some other things that have also been kind of holding me back. And I think it's very interesting that as I'm asking God to show me what it is, this man comes to mind a couple of days ago, no lie, at least 2 days before I saw him. And then he, hands me the food out of the window at the drive-thru restaurant or whatever, at the drive-thru, at the fast food restaurant. So I don't know if you have anyone in your life that causes you to change your tone, when you say their name, if anything negative follows saying this person's name or saying someone's name, anyone's name, if you turn into a Benita Petrel when you say this person's name, like, yeah, that's such and such, child, you know he about as two-faced as a... If any of that happens when you say someone's name, I'm going to encourage you to forgive them. Forgive them. This man, like I said, this man wouldn't know me from, like my mom would say, Adam's house cat. This man does not know me. He could pass me right now. He would, every time I've seen this man, he's never known me. He does not remember who I am. Every time I see him, I know who he is. And it always brings up that time in my life. If you have people in your life like that, something happened, forgive them. I'm not about to go and ask this man would he like to go out to dinner. I'm not going to sit across from him and ask if, rehash 30 years ago and how I felt wronged. I don't even feel like it's that deep. It's not that deep. But I think I owe him forgiveness. I think I owe myself forgiveness. As a matter of fact, I think there are a lot of people in that story that he represents, in that time capsule that he represents of my life. I think a lot of people deserve forgiveness in that area. And I'm going to work through forgiving every single one of those people. Now, do I expect things to any different feeling? I don't know what I expect, but I know it gives me something to do. It gives me something else to make me lighter. I want to feel lighter. I want to be able to move more fluently through life. And I'm telling you, I've been working on it, and I don't know how else to do it other than just being open to whatever shows up in my life. I don't know how else to explain that. I want to go to whatever that next level is for me. And I don't, right now, today, at this very moment, I don't know a better way to do that than forgiving people for what they know they've done and what they don't know they've done. This man doesn't even know. I told him my name, and his facial expression changed very little. He asked what my name was, and I told him, and nothing changed. Like, nothing changed in his facial expression. Like, there was no, bad experience, good experience. There was nothing in him that altered. Nothing changed. And I wonder if the people that you are holding some type of grudge for, some type of animosity towards, if they would feel the same way. I wonder if when you say this person's name and you immediately, after you say their name, if you have 3, 4, 2, 3, 10, 11 different tick marks of why you don't like this person that follows that, I wonder if they would know, first of all, that you feel that way. Second of all, that they're being held responsible or accountable for so much of your unhappiness. Like I said, I wish him the absolute best in his life, and I'm done with it. I'm absolutely done with it. And I just had that thought, and I was thinking, if any of you have that saying, I think we all do. I think it's exes, parents, cousins, co-workers. I'm on my way to work, so I'm sure if you're on your way to work or whatever, it's somebody that will make your eyes roll to the back of your head. As soon as someone says their name, forgive them. Let them go. Don't create this molasses pit that you're going to have to fight to get through because you're not forgiving people. You're not letting people go. Let them go. Whoever that man was 30 years ago, I'm not the same person I was 30 years ago either. Like, come on. I'm holding this man responsible for who he was 30 years ago. Does that make any sense? Like, think about that. 30 years ago, it's people holding on to stuff 50, 60 years ago. But it's hurting you. It's hurting me. Somewhere in my story, I'm not able to move forward somewhere in my journey, I've been unable to move forward because I won't let this go. And I didn't even know I needed to let it go until I got home. Didn't think I needed to let it go. Didn't even think it was an issue. While I was recanting everything that this man ever did to me, to my daughter, a man that I met before she was even born. Like, who, what? And now I'm passing on that energy to her. Somebody that she doesn't know. And now I'm passing on all of this energy. And then he did, and then he did. Yeah, and then let me tell you what else he did. Come on, 30 years ago? Come on. Anyway, I'm going to challenge you to start there. Start with forgiveness. If you're feeling like you're not able to move ahead and you don't know why you're not able to move ahead, or you're feeling like things just aren't coming together and you don't know why it's not coming together, kind of search your heart. Every time you think about people, anyone, and something comes up, think about forgiving them. Think about just leaving it. I wish them absolutely the best. I forgive them for the part that they played in this section or this part of my story. I absolutely forgive them. Try that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try that. I promise you, I feel lighter today. I don't know if, what that means in the universe, but I believe that the less baggage we carry, the better we are off, the better off we are. So I hope that blesses you. I hope that helps you. I hope it kind of helps you relieve some stuff. It doesn't matter. We always say life is too short. We stressed all the way through 2016, not knowing if the Grim Reaper was going to take us up out of here. And we're holding on to stuff 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years ago that we could have easily taken to our grave, and would have been okay with taking it to our grave. So I'm thankful that he came to mind a couple of days ago. I'm thankful that I got to see him last night, and I'm thankful I got to forgive him last night. Have a great day. Happy Wednesday. It's cloudy and rainy in Atlanta. Love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.